Hello my lovely Red Mare crew, here I am with Florence in a moment of sunshine which we haven't had for a bit, and I wanted to talk to you about context and horses. I'm a huge believer in context. I don't believe anything can exist outside of its context. So one of the things we'll do with the horses is we'll come down and we'll see what they have that day, what they feel like that day, what they need from us that day. And we've had a real temperature drop in Scotland. We've had hail and driving rain and sleet, and it is going down to 1 degree at night. It's really cold, bitter east wind. And in that situation, what I find with the horses is they tend to go back into survival mode. Now we'll rug them if they need it, but it's still, they've been going into spring. You can see she's nearly lost all of her winter coat, and then suddenly this coldness comes, and that's a situation, if they were in the wild, they'd really have to think about survival. And when I've got horses in survival mode, I tend not to do very much with them. I tend to just let them get on with it. So we came down, we were thinking about doing some groundwork and even some riding, and we decided not to. We're going to let them get through this bit. I did just put a halter on Flo because, where's she off to? Because she suddenly had a thing yesterday where she didn't want to be caught, so I just wanted to, hello, where are you off to? I just wanted to remedy that, so I thought I'd reconnect with her. We're having a little walk together. But the others are just noodling about, aren't they? Are they just noodling about? Yes. And I haven't really done anything with her except just get the halter on and walk with her. I'm perfectly happy when they're in this state of mind. They're all a little bit reactive, a little bit jumpy, a little bit... a little bit wanting their hay, which the brilliant Potty, I don't know if you can see, they're over there doing the hay nets. I'm not then going to take these horses and say, right, you've got to do 40 minutes of schooling or groundwork or whatever it is, or riding or poles, or I'm just not going to do that, because I think what that does is it sets all of us up for failure in a way. And the other thing I talk about a lot, apart from context, is going with the grain of your horses rather than against them. And that's partly knowing the nature of the horse itself, the nature of the prey animal. And that's why I talk about survival mode. That's a big thing. That means that they're going to be veering into the sympathetic nervous system, which means their prefrontal cortex is offline. So they're not going to learn anything very much anyway. You might as well just leave them to their own devices. And the second thing is knowing the nature of your individual horses. Now, she's very young and very inexperienced. She doesn't know that much about human life. So I'm not going to push her just for the sake of it, so I can say, well, I got something done. I'd much rather give her a couple of days off, let the weather settle, let them come back to themselves, and then we've got plenty of time to do work, haven't we? Yes. Okay, do you want to take her, Cara?
Yeah.
There we are. So there's Cara, that's Flo's very special person. And there we are, there's all the lovely hay under the tarpaulin. There are the other two over there just chilling. There's a little bit of blue sky, which we haven't seen for a while. There are the woods where Flo and the Red Mare go and have little adventures. And here is Freya, who's been let out of the boring paddock so she can have a little pick of grass. And we're just as happy to come up and be with them as we are to do stuff with them. And I genuinely think that's one of the secrets of the success that we have with these horses. It's not always about doing. It's quite often about being. Yes.